All right, everybody, welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, joined by Brian Watson and Chad Affield here on the call today. Chad's running the camera for us. Brian's doing all the producing. B-Dub, we saw a game here a little bit earlier, game number 1 with a 58-29 win from the Horace JV over the Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds, and we got game number 2 coming up right now, and that is going to be Northern Cass and West Fargo JV.
Yeah, it should be a good game. West Fargo JV's got a couple nice young players.
I was going to say, you probably recognize a couple of those players on the West Fargo JV squad.
Yeah, Caitlin Kackman, pretty good. Van Winkle, good player. So we'll see what kind of game they put together against a varsity team, even though it's Class B against Class A. We'll see how things stack up. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it's West Fargo only brought 9 here. They dressed 9 players for this morning's games, and we'll get to those 9 here shortly as we're getting ready for the starting lineups here. And the starting lineups are brought to you, as always, by Thrivent and Will Ulick. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. First, for the visitors from West Fargo. Yeah, it's going to be West Fargo first. There's the visitors. So looking at the starting lineups for the West Fargo junior varsity is going to be number 5, Jocelyn Jackson. She's a 5'7" junior. Number 10 will be Ellie Halverson, a 5'5" sophomore. Number 23 is Caitlin Kackman. She's a 5'8" freshman. She's the one you just referred to, Brian. And then number 24, Ellie McIntosh. She's a 5'11" 8th grader. So the more youngsters coming out here as we move along here, Brian. And then number 41, Hannah Potter, a 6'4" junior, gets the start as well.
6'4".
Yeah, I said 6'4". I don't think that's a misprint. She looks like she's 6'4" down there.
Yeah, she's every bit of it.
All right, so now for the home team on the scoreboard. For Thrivent Financial, Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. And Will Ulick, starting lineups for the Northern Cass is going to be Hayden Crockett. She wears number 2, a 5'7" freshman. Number 10, Maddie Swetzig, a 5'3" senior. A 5'8" junior is going to be Hallie Crockett. She'll wear number 13. Number 21, Allie Slinger. She is going to be a 5'8" senior. And number 22, Emma Lucas, a 6' senior for the Northern Cass girls. DC Lucas, assistant coaches Sean Jalbert, Jamison Jensen, Christian Thompson. And the head coaches here for the West Fargo JV team is Mike Benson, Rick Anderson, Jordan Depstead, and Terrence Lockett. There's your starters and coaches for both teams, Brian, and we're getting ready to get going here.
Yeah,
Game number 2.
We'll see how West Fargo comes out. They like to pressure the ball. We'll see if they come out in a little full-court press. Could be man or could be zone. And that's the way they like to score points, at least at the varsity level, we'll say.
So the Northern Cass Jaguars taking on the Packers. I want to thank all of our sponsors for jumping on board for the Bonanza here today. It's Barney Pub and Eatery, Wyndmere Auto, Task Manufacturing, Minn Kota Ag, Paul's Electric, S&B Custom Homes, Crossroads Electric, County Line Foods, and M&S Seeds as the Jaguars control the opening tip. Nice bounce pass going across there, but not able to finish on the other side there for the Jaguars.
Northern Cass will come out in man-to-man.
Packers in their normal green uniforms with black numbers. And that's tipped away there by the Jaguars, and it's going to stay with the Jaguars. Two. All right, Jaguars, I'm getting my numbers straight here. Sorry, I was calculating in my head there, B-Dub, sorry. Jaguars moving the ball around with the ball up on top.
And Northern Cass has a good player of their own here in Crockett as she goes to the basket there with her left hand.
And makes it.
I've seen her play a little bit in AAU.
You get around a lot in AAU there, don't you?
Well, my daughter plays AAU, so she's played against some of these 9th graders that have been on the floor here today.
As your daughter is
played
also
with some of these 9th graders, too.
Sure. So kind of fun for you to watch, too.
Yep.
Packers on the far side, Halverson. She'll kick it off to Kackman. Kackman drives, penetrates. Now she finds a baseline. There is Jackson. She'll kick it out deep. 3-point shot by Halverson. Couldn't quite find it. And on the rebound for the Jaguars, Lucas.
Lucas with a good rebound there. That's what you try and teach. You got to go. You got to box out, and then you got to go get the rebound. You don't let the ball come to you.
There's 2 Crockett's on the floor, and that one there that just shot that one on the far side there was Hallie Crockett. And bringing it back up for the Packers is Jocelyn Jackson. McIntosh on the far side. Again, Jackson penetrates, little jumper, no good. And on the weak side rebound is Hayden Crockett. She's going to push, and she finds over on the other side, and that is 2 points for Hallie Crockett.
Yeah,
so
good,
Crockett to Crockett.
Good pass and transition there. Got your head up, able to see what's in front of you. Sister to sister there for the score.
There's a grab underneath there, and we'll go to the line for 2. Jackson's going to go to the line for 2 here, shooting 2. I did not see who that foul was on, Brian. Was it on 22? Yes, it was.
22.
Emma Lucas.
Yep.
So that's Emma's first personal foul. Long three-pointer by Jackson, no good. And underneath coming away with it is Swetzig. She'll get it up ahead again to Hallie Crockett. Up for 2 for Crockett. And I think we're going to get a quick timeout, too. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:35 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard here in the first quarter. It's a 6-0 lead. We'll be right back.
The Barney Pub and Eatery is a local favorite among families looking for a fun, relaxing place to enjoy a night out. Offering nightly specials, the menu also has tasty eats, and it's hard to pick a favorite. From high-quality, locally sourced meat to appetizers, chicken, and so much more. When you're traveling along Highway 13, swing into the Barney Pub and Eatery. Follow them on Facebook to see all of their nightly specials.
All right, we're back here at the Blick Reactivity Center, Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, and Chad Affield over there on the camera. How you doing, Chad?
Good, Joe.
All right. Just checking in on you. All right, checking in is Emily Klaaman now. She's got the ball. A little lob pass down inside. And that was for Kennedy Engler. 9 girls on the squad here tonight for the Packers. Kackman inbounds. Just get it out deep to McIntosh. Jackson out top of the key.
Northern Cass in a zone now, a 2-3 zone.
I have a handwritten note here that number 21 is Anisha Davis. There's a travel. So I apologize. That was not Klaaman. That was Anisha Davis who checked in for the Packers. Number 4, number 40, and number 42. Okay. Spin move inside. Crockett up. Nice little left-handed shot by Hallie Crockett. She's got 6, Brian.
Yeah, just get inside there, able to work her way to the basket, and good finish.
So the Packers trailing here to the Northern Cass Jaguars. Trying to penetrate move on that far side was Kaylee Moten. There's a name that might ring a bell.
Give me shivers now.
I would assume a sister.
I believe so.
Yep.
And, yeah, that brings back some haunting memories. Her sister was very good.
Keely Moten.
She's a very good track athlete, too.
Yeah,
Shot putter, discus.
Up at UND, right?
Other school. She went to the other. Started basketball at UND and then transferred to NDSU for track.
She went to the Yale of the South then.
Yeah, Yale of the South. Well, she started at Harvard of the North, so.
We're about halfway through this one. It's an 8-0 lead here for the Jaguars. Ooh, I thought McIntosh was going to pump that 3 there, but she gives it up.
Jaguars back to man now.
Jocelyn Jackson at the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Got to find help. She does. And over to Anisha Davis. Davis lobs it inside to Moten. Now over to the other side of the lane, and a bucket for 2 for Kennedy Engler.
Finally get on the board there.
So it's the 3:36 mark. West Fargo finally gets on the board, and looks like they're going to come away with that one, and they do on the bobbled pass. McIntosh brings it across center line. 5'11", 8th grader ball handling for the Packers. Left elbow, Jackson. Almost got tied up there. Good defensive play there by Crockett.
Good help from the backside there. Turn your back on these guys. They're going to come and get you.
Long three-pointer, a little bit short on that one by Jackson. She was about 3 feet beyond the college line there, Coach.
Yeah, had a little bit more time. Could have stepped in for that one. But felt the need to get rid of it. Time was winding down on the shot clock.
Again, these girls, you know, is it confusing to the – well, let's see. We'll finish this play up here, Coach. Long three-pointer there for Crockett. No good. And on the rebound, clearing it away is McIntosh. Jackson comes back up, and a nice steal from behind by Hayden Crockett. Whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Jaguars.
Yeah, you just got to
Packers.
You got to be aware there. Someone goes flying by you to get a steal, and then you head up the floor. You got to know that they're coming from behind. Just got to have that awareness. Crockett making a good heads-up play.
6'4", Hannah Potter back into the game for the Packers. Also in for the Jaguars is going to be Allie Slinger. Back to Jackson. Over to McIntosh. Potter wants her own three. A little bit short there. Okay, here's my question, Coach. You got 3 lines out there in the arc. You got the high school and the girls is the red line. The girls' college is the red line, women's college, and then the men's college is the black line. Is it confusing as a player when she steps up to the line there? Now, both those shots by the Packers were from outside the men's circle. Do they get confused on the line? Is it just a hurry-up kind of a thing, or do you think they just, that's the open shot and I'm going to take it?
I think it's – I don't think they get confused with the lines. I think with the size of the floor being just a little bit bigger, your spacing becomes a little bit out of whack of where you normally are on the floor because the white line's there and you know where it is. You know it's that first line. But as a coach, I tell players, hey, you need to get out on the floor and walk around the entire floor just to make yourself familiar with the surroundings and take shots that you normally take in the game. So find those spots on the floor before the game so that you can be comfortable out there.
Yeah. Hallie Crockett sinks 1 of 2. 9-2 lead here with just over 2 minutes to go. Yeah, I've often wondered that. You know, back in my day when we played with the peach basket, we never had the three-point arc. Come on, Chad, you played with the peach basket, too.
Yeah, I had a net on my basket, though.
But we didn't have the three-point arc back then, and so it was. I never played with it, so I guess I didn't realize as that foul was committed there by the Jaguars' Josie Jensen.
I did not play with the three-point line until college, and it was right when it was being implemented. So the first couple of years, it moved. You know, it was at 19-9 where the high school line is now, and then it went back a little bit farther until it got to where it is, and then now it just recently went back even farther. So, yeah, my first couple of years, it moved around a bit. And we also that was experimental with the shot clock. It was 45 seconds.
Uh-oh. And that one's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say it goes back to the Jaguars. And what did you say the shot clock was?
45 seconds.
45 back then, huh?
Yeah, dating myself now.
Okay. We don't need to. But it was back in the day when the UND NDSU rivalries were very, very large.
Yeah, it was. It was quite the game.
Quite an atmosphere, too. I know I went to a few of them as a fan. Jump ball possession arrow stays with the Jaguars. I could only dream to be that good as you, Brian.
Well, I'm not very good.
Ellie Lucas. Well, you played some. I had
some teammates that made me look pretty good, I can tell you that.
Jump ball, and this time possession arrows pointed toward the Packers.
I will say this, though. The Sue Bison game is there's some great memories playing in that game, and the atmosphere in that game is just something that's unbelievable.
Right.
Even just watching the girls' games back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
both of those teams were good, and yeah, I mean, you hate to say it, but the girls' game, a lot of people came to watch the women's game and then left during the men's game. That's how good the girls were back then.
Push foul there. I believe that's going to go against Hayden Crockett. Chad, a former Cowboy. We saw his picture in the hallway the other day. We were looking there in the trophy case. Chad's picture is up there with the rest of the team.
Really?
Yeah. Chad was quite the hoopster himself. Hayden Crockett's going to bring it across the timeline. I would guess she might be left-handed.
Yeah, she's a little left-handed.
Neff's near side here is a miss on the weak side rebound for West Fargo is Engler. Crockett into the paint, left-handed off the glass, up and in for two. Yeah. Hayden Crockett for two more.
Yeah, good anticipation there, able to see the pass coming, able to react on it right away, and then finish with the left hand.
Davis in the backcourt. Go ahead.
That anticipation is just hard to teach, Joe. You try and get girls to try and read where that pass is going to go and get in there. And a lot of times they end up going at the girl and creating a foul. But she does a good job of getting the steal and putting the basket in.
Jackson into the paint. Shot goes up. No good. And a rebound underneath by Jensen. She'll clear. Shot clock turned off with 13 seconds to go. Hayden Crockett gets it into the front court. She's got to know how much time is left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and she's going to put it up. A little left-handed scoop. No good, and a rebound underneath by Potter. And that will be your final score here at the end of quarter number 1. The Jaguars 11, the Packers 2. We'll be back after these messages right here.
With innovation and hard work, Task Manufacturing in Wyndmere has grown from one man's passion to a staff of 10 that can handle any type of manufacturing task. Task Manufacturing has the ability to design and create any rare metal fabrication, machining, and fixturing products your business could need. Manufacturing is their specialty. If you have a tough task, Task Manufacturing can handle it. Check them out online, taskmanufacturing.com. Whether you're looking for heating and cooling, ventilation, or electrical work, Crossroads Electric is here for you. Your satisfaction is their priority. Crossroads Electric is committed to providing solutions for every customer. They know that each customer is different, which is why all of their services can be easily customized. Crossroads Electric, serving residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. Call them today, 701-427-4328.
M&S Seed, saluting farmers from this generation to the next. We tip our hats to all the hardworking folks who are the greatest stewards of our land, working tirelessly to put food on our tables. We thank you. M&S Seed, your local Pioneer seed dealer in Wyndmere and Barney, is ready to discuss your 2022 planting needs.
All right, we're back here at Blick Reactivity Center. NDSCS Girls Basketball Bonanza. Game 1 in the books. We're in quarter number 2 of game number 2 here between the West Fargo Junior Varsity and the Northern Cass Jaguars. Jaguars with the ball and a shot for 3 points is no good there by Slinger. We got a foul underneath the bucket. Go against the Jaguars. That'll be on Hayden Crockett. That's her second personal there, B-Dub.
Yeah, I got to be careful here not to pick up a third.
Little pressure here in the backcourt, Coach.
You got to go 1-2-1-1 zone press.
The trap is what they're trying to get configured here, but Davis controls.
See if you can get them to chew up a little bit of their shot clock too.
McIntosh kicks it out for a three-point shot from Halverson, no good. Hayden Crockett on the rebound. Bringing it up into the front court, looks down low. Fired that one pretty hard, but it was controlled by Hallie Crockett. Back to Hayden. She loses control, and coming away with it are the Packers. Up ahead. Shot, and what a block there by Emma Lucas on the shot by Moten.
Yeah, Lucas doing a good job there, kind of staying in front and getting her hand up. 6-footer coming away with the block, the senior there.
Inbounding underneath is going to be McIntosh. She'll lob it in to Moten again. She'll kick it to Potter. Potter outside. They go to Davis. Lob back to Potter. Turn around. Nice shot. Bounces it off the glass for 2 for Potter.
Just right there inside. Turn around and put it in.
11-4. About 6.5 to go here in quarter number 2.
West Fargo switching the zone now.
Top Slinger. It's down underneath. Finds Lucas. Back to Slinger for 3. Good. Slinger for Alley. Slinger for 3.
Missed the first one. Confident enough to step up and take another one. Knocks that one down.
That one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Packers. 14-4 lead here. 6:04 remaining on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Barney Pub and Eatery. We went there and had a nice burger one night.
Yeah, we did.
Timeout. The officials timeout. I don't know what we're going to discuss, but we're going to discuss something. Barney Pub and Eatery, Winemere Auto, Task Manufacturing, Makota Ag, Paul's Electrics, S&B Custom Homes, Crossroads Electric, County Line Foods, M&S Seed. Thank you very much. And they're still talking, Brian.
They're trying to figure out the shot clock. Shot clock's at 24.
Oh, I got you. I didn't look at that. And going over to the coach at West Fargo there and having a discussion with her. Should be a little higher than that, I would think, wouldn't it? Maybe not.
Well,
Huh?
you would think.
Well, they're not going to change it the way it looks. It's going to stay the same. So Jocelyn Jackson checks in for the Packers. Back over to McIntosh. He's got the ball. Again, the pressure defense here, and it's going to be lobbed up into the air, but coming away with it was Hallie Crockett. And I think they're going to say that was on Jackson, I believe. Her first. Team fourth.
He saved the bucket there with the foul.
Swetzig going to inbound. She goes out deep. Slinger. Crockett for 3. Off the rim. And nice save there by Hayden Crockett, but it goes into the arms of the Packers. The Crockett sisters doing a lot of activity out there, Coach.
Yeah, very active on D for sure, but
There's a 3-point shot there. Is coming in for her third foul is Hayden Crockett.
yeah, really good combination and transition too, and that's one you just don't want to pick up on a shot like that. Pick up your third foul. Still got 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and we'll see how they handle it. They let her go with it, or if they have her sit here.
First free throw by McIntosh is good. Her first point of the game. 5:32 to go. 14-5 and 14-6. She uses all of the rim. That's why they make the ball around, right?
That's right. Use it all.
And checking in for the Packers is going to be Kennedy Engler again. Potter goes out. 6'4" junior. My goodness. Another one to McIntosh is all good on 3 of hers. Another one to contend with in a year or two here, Coach, is the 6'4" Potter.
They've got a pretty big front line already to begin with up there at the varsity level. So
Yeah. I should mention here to new viewers here to Three Borders Sports Network that my partner here, Brian Watson, is head coach of the Wahpeton Lady Huskies, victorious last night over Fargo North, and a key win for the Lady Huskies.
yeah, we did. We played tail of 2 halves. We played a really good defensive first half.
McIntosh with a nice move.
Gave up too many in the second half. That Fargo North able to close the gap, but we were able to hold on to the end there.
Crockett coming to the top of the key. It's over to the corner to Swetzig. Back out now to Hayden Crockett. She penetrates, puts a shot up, partially blocked underneath there. The Packers come away with it.
Surprised that Crockett's still in there.
I am too. 3-point shot, no good by Davis.
Good call. Could be a
Push in the
push
back.
right in the back there.
On Jocelyn Jackson, I believe. That'll be her second personal.
Yep. Right in front of the official, too. That one's hard to get away with.
Abby Richmond checks in for the Jaguars, 5'5" senior. Also checking in for the Jaguars, 5'7" sophomore, Kayla Treader. She's got the ball now here in the near wing. Out top to Crockett for three. She drains the bottom of that one for Haley Crockett.
I tell you what, the Crockett's they've both got game.
I guess so.
That was a catch and shoot and knocked that one down right in the center.
Up ahead to Davis. She'll kick it. She thought about the three. Now they're going to penetrate. Drive off the glass. Nice little jumper in the paint there. And a shot by Halverson for two.
Good left-handed finish there on the drive. That was a tough shot.
Yeah, it was. She thought about the three, pulled it down and went in. Crockett, there's a block shot underneath by the Packers. Good job there, and the Packers go the other way on the breakaway. Up and in for two and one. Kackman there, Brian. You talked about her in the pregame show.
Yeah, she's going to be a good one. Just a freshman, and can do a lot of things. Can shoot the three-pointer, can get to the basket, can rebound, play defense. It's going to be a good all-around player.
Kayla Treader with the foul. That free throw used all of that one, too, and falls in. So Kackman with the traditional three-point play. We'll take a break, too, here on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. 3:53 remains in the second quarter. 17-14. The Packers coming back here. They trail the Jaguars. Back after this.
When you have electrical problems, it's not only frustrating, it can also be very dangerous. So when you have problems with your heating, air conditioning, or any other electrical issue in your home or business, call Paul's Electric in Wyndmere. Paul's Electric, proud to support area high school athletics. Call 439-2216.
All right, welcome back to the Blick Reactivity Center here on the campus of the North Dakota State College of Science Wildcats, and a three-point shot. Nice shot outside by Abby Richmond for three.
She comes right back with the pressure, too.
Abby Richmond lined that one up for the 5'5 senior from outside and just drained the bottom of the net.
West Fargo done a good job of working themselves back in this game. They got up to a really slow start, and now just down 6.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter it was 11-2, and there's another steal by the Jags. 17-footer up and in for Hallie Crockett.
Yeah, Northern Cass able to kind of stay in control here with this press. Got their big girls up front, and then you got Crockett back there who can just read and react.
Pressure in the backcourt here, and now on a breakaway, down low underneath, up and in for two for Kennedy Engler. That's her 4th point of the day.
Yeah, no rotation back on the press. As soon as that ball gets past, you've got to sprint back because you know you're at a disadvantage back there.
Hallie Crockett, little jumper inside for two. My goodness, she's got 14 already here in the first half, Brian, with less than 3 to play.
She's starting to go to work, too.
As Hayden Crockett is on the bench with 3 fouls. Into the front court, McIntosh, the 5'11" 8th grader, doing a lot of ball handling for the Packers. Oop.
Get her there for the push-off.
Yeah, I think everybody in the house saw that one, Brian.
Yeah.
As McIntosh, Ellie McIntosh used her left hand to push away there, Chad. I think that would have even got you out of the way, big guy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shove.
So back to an 8-point lead now again for the Jaguars. The Packers trimmed it down to 3, I think, was the lead at one point here.
Yeah, until that shot there by Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stretched out a little bit more off the press.
Ellie Lucas back into the game, 6-foot sophomore. And we got a jump ball down underneath, and the possession arrow is going to the Packers.
Northern Cass with some size of their own.
Isn't that something? I mean,
you got Lucas at 6 foot, and then you got Jensen at 6'1". I mean, I don't know where all the size is. I guess it's all in Class B, I guess. I mean,
it's certainly not in
not in Wahpeton,
southern part of the Red River Valley, huh? A nice 3 out there once again by Haley Crockett. My goodness, she's having a good night here.
She is a nice player.
And she intercepts that one, tried to save it. Couldn't quite get it to keep it in bounds, and it'll go back to the Packers. Crockett so far, buddy, with 17 points.
Got a little bit of everything in the arsenal, too. Jump shot, defend, can drive and get in the lane, and can finish in transition. Just a tough guard.
10-point lead with 2 minutes to go. McIntosh goes to the left side. Gives it back to Kackman. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Packers got to start looking for a shot here pretty quick. 4, 3. Down underneath. Engler spins and puts it up. No good, but just in time.
Here they come in transition again.
Richmond on the clearance. Over to Crockett on the baseline. Jumper. No good. Ooh, ouch, ouch. That hurt. She went down hard. Maybe it scared her more than anything. As Slinger went down, or excuse me, that was Richmond. She got up though. Good for her. And they're going to bring her over to the bench and let her rest a little bit. They want to make sure she's okay. Nice little inbound pass. Not quite good enough though, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Jaguars. Hitting the 6'1" Josie Jensen there on the inbound pass. Let's see what they do this time.
See if they come back with the same thing. Yep, come right back to it.
And Packers fighting for that one and getting away with it. But then stealing it right back for the Jaguars is Treader. Bob back down underneath. Again, the girls on the floor here wrestling for the ball with 1:01 to go. This possession arrow goes to the Packers.
Jaguars will keep the press on. Crockett can cover a lot of ground for that middle reader position.
Packers break the press. Davis for 3. Off the mark. And the rebound cleared out there by Treader. About an 12-second differential here between the shot clock and game clock. And Crockett wants another 3 from the outside, but no good. And again, another jump ball. We've had several jump ball possessions here in this first half.
You got girls that go for the rebound. They're not letting the ball just come to them, and they're trying to get in there and battle for it.
Engler back in for the Packers. Looks like the Packers in a 2-3 zone this time here to try and defend as the inbound pass comes in to Josie Jensen, and she puts it in for 2.
Nice shot there off the inbound.
Shot clock is turned off.
One dribble and pull up.
Up ahead come the Packers to Kackman. Davis now at the top of the key. Pulls the dribble back, 13 seconds. To the right side. Kicks it over to the other side to Halverson. She's going to penetrate into the paint. She'll get fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. They're going to say that foul was against Ellie Lucas. Well, the only one in foul trouble here in the first half, Brian, is Hayden Crockett. She's on the bench right now with 3.
Yeah, they'll let her sit for the rest of the half. And I thought they waited a little bit too long to take her out. She obviously has experience with playing with fouls and didn't pick up the 4th.
5'7" freshman Hayden Crockett.
They left her in there for 2-3 minutes.
3 seconds. Jaguars going to take a shot from the three-point arc, and it's partially blocked there. Underneath by Kackman. Could have been a dangerous foul there had that been a 3-point shot foul, but she blocked it and got all ball, and that is the end of your first half here at the Blickery Activity Center. The Jaguars with a 28-17 lead over the Packers. We'll be back with our halftime show coming up next right here on Three Borders.
When you have electrical problems, it's not only frustrating, it can also be very dangerous. So when you have problems with your heating, air conditioning, or any other electrical issue in your home or business, call Paul's Electric in Wyndmere. Paul's Electric, proud to support area high school athletics. Call 439-2216.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941. County Line Foods, open 7 days a week in Lidgerwood. County Line Foods is a full-service grocery store with off-sale and a bakery. Want groceries delivered to your front door? No problem. County Line Foods offers local delivery on Wednesdays. Call 538-9837. Fresh fruits, vegetables, meats, and grocery items. County Line Foods, your small-town grocery store with big-town inventory. Open 7 days a week. Winemere Auto, not just your auto parts, service, and repair shop, but your locally owned hardware store with a variety of seasonal items, garden items, pellet grills, a full line of sprayer parts, and so much more. Winemere Auto is also your Alto's mower parts and accessories dealer. New items are added daily. Check them out online at winemereauto.com. Whether you're looking for heating and cooling, ventilation, or electrical work, Crossroads Electric is here for you. Your satisfaction is their priority. Crossroads Electric is committed to providing solutions for every customer. They know that each customer is different, which is why all of their services can be easily customized. Crossroads Electric, serving residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. Call them today, 701-427-4328.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Blickery Activity Center, North Dakota State College of Science. The girls' Class B Bonanza here, and a few junior varsity teams here as well today, but it's mainly Class B girls playing here, and then in 2 weeks we'll have the Class B boys here.
Have the boys going.
So we're going to have some more basketball, 4, maybe 5 games next week as well here, or 2 weeks from today, right, Chad?
2 weeks, 19th.
19th, yep. We'll be back here for Class B boys basketball as well here again from the Blickery Activity Center. Welcome back to everybody to the halftime show here on Three Borders Sports Network. Your halftime score is the Jaguars from Northern Cass 28, the West Fargo Packers junior varsity 17. Right now we'll go through the scoring here first for the Jaguars. They've got 4 points from that's Hayden Crockett. 2 points from Josie Jensen, 17 points from Hallie Crockett. She's a 5'8 junior, doing well for the Northern Cass Jaguars. 3 points for Slinger on a 3-point shot. Abby Richmond came in and got a 3-point bucket as well. That rounds out your scoring for the Jaguars. The Jaguars had 4 3-pointers here in the first half, Brian, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean they're a sound squad. They know where their scores are. They've got a couple of really good players with both the Crockett's there. They can score in transition. They can score off the 3-pointer, and they've got some size too. And then they mix in this full court press that allows them to keep West Fargo off balance a little bit, and then they're able to get some steals and get those in for easy buckets. West Fargo closed the lead, I think, to 2 or 3 at one point.
Yep.
And then the Jaguars were able to stretch that lead back out with the press. So a really sound squad here in Northern Cass.
Yeah, I think they got it down to 17-14 at one point, I think, and then the Jaguars stretched it out again. All right, let's take a look at the scoring here for the Packers in the first half. Ellie Halverson with 3 points. She had a field goal and a free throw. 3 points as well for Caitlin Kackman. She again had a field goal and a free throw. Ellie McIntosh with 5 points. She had a field goal and 3 free throws. And then 2 points for Hannah Potter rounds out your scoring here for the Packers. And Kennedy Engler also with 4 points. So there's your scoring here for the Packers. They did not have any 3-point field goals in the first half, Brian, and 5 for 8 from the charity line.
Yeah, I mean, compared to Northern Cass, West Fargo's a young team. They got some 8th graders on the floor, but that's what I kind of like about this format. For West Fargo, they're able to play against a different opponent that they don't see in the EDC.
Yeah.
It doesn't count against their record, and you're able to get some younger girls on the floor against the varsity team, and you can see what they can do. That's something that you can't simulate in practice. Giving them good minutes on the floor against a good varsity opponent. You'll take that any day of the weekend. For a JV team to do that, it just helps those younger players develop. It helps you as a coach to see, okay, let's see what someone who maybe you're thinking about giving some minutes to. Let's see what they can do in a real varsity game.
Yeah.
And you can figure out whether or not they can handle the pressure. And it's just a good environment, a good learning tool for these JV teams that are coming down here today.
We want to thank the Barney Pub and Eatery, Wyndmere Auto Task Manufacturing, Minn Kota Ag, Paul's Electrics, S&B Custom Homes, Crossroads Electric, County Line Foods, and M&S Seed. We want to thank them for jumping on board here, and they'll be on with us for the boys Bonanza here in 2 weeks too as well. Chad, your thoughts here on the first half?
Yeah, Northern Cass put a pretty good run on things, and then West Fargo made a few changes or whatever and came back, got it down to 3, and then the last 4 or 5 minutes of that half kind of went Northern Cass's way with a few threes and stuff like that. That Crockett girls.
Yeah, 17 points for Haley Crockett. She's having a good day for sure. All right, we'll take another quick break, and when we come back, we will have the second half, the start of the third period coming up. Again, your score here at halftime from the Blick Reactivity Center, the Jaguars 28, the Packers 17. Back after this.
15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
When you dine at the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, you're among friends. So relax and enjoy everything from sizzling sirloins, mouth-watering seafood, vibrant salads, and crowd-pleasing desserts. The Wilkin also serves the best pizza in town. Dine in or carry out after 5. The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, gracing Minnesota Avenue since 1897.
Welcome back to the Blick Reactivity Center on the campus of the North Dakota State College of Science Wildcats, second oldest community college in the United States, founded in, Chad? It's
1903?
1903. It was a quiz, and you passed, man. 1903, the second oldest community college in the United States. Well, we got a little work cut out for the Packers here. They're trailing by 11 points here as they need to try and get some offense started here. One good thing here for the Packers, they did get some foul trouble there on one of the Northern Cass players, Hayden Crockett, with 3 fouls here. Is going to have to be careful here to start out the first part of the third quarter here. She is on the floor now, going to start out the third quarter for the Jaguars with 3 fouls.
I think she's played with some fouls before, I would say. So I think she understands what the situation is and can handle it.
All right, so here we go. We're
Come
back
out
in
man-to-man.
McIntosh. So that is more pressure on a defensive player when you're man-to-man and you got 3 fouls too.
Yeah, I think when you're aggressive, though, it can be a challenge whether you're in man or zone, depending on what you're trying to accomplish out of the zone. But she'll just have to play smart and not reach, play with her feet.
Foul was on Slinger. That's her first personal, team first here in the second half. Packers shot from the corner. Jackson for 3.
West Fargo coming out firing. They had a hard time getting started at the beginning of the game, but come out right away to start the second half.
And that one's going to go out the fingers of Hallie Crockett, and it'll be Packer ball again. So again, a chance to cut the lead down. They cut it down with the 3-point shot by Jackson.
First 5 minutes of the second half, most important part of the game.
Back to the corner she goes with it. She'll give it up, though, to McIntosh. Penetrates to the paint, kicks it back. Again, the corner for Jackson along the baseline, and they're going to whistle her for travel. She got tied up underneath there defensively by the Jaguars. I believe it was Slinger underneath there.
Had a hand on it there. Could have probably called a jump ball.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering there. But again, the Jaguars doing a nice job of breaking the pressure. Crockett, left-handed layup from the reverse side for 2.
Yeah, you got to get somebody there to stop the ball. If you don't, she just slices right down the middle and able to finish with that left hand.
Lead is back to double digits now, 10-point lead for the Jags. 3-on-2, a little jumper from Jackson, no good. It was way short. Jump ball and possession arrow goes back to the Jaguars.
And that's what you can do with that press. You're not always trying to get a steal. You're trying to get a quick shot or a bad shot, and then see if you can get going in transition, and they get the quick shot there and get the ball back on the jump.
Swetzig brings it into the front court for the Jags. Hayden Crockett looks down underneath.
What a pass.
Foul is committed there as Lucas went to the bucket.
That was defended really well in the post. I'm not quite sure how she got that pass in there. It was in the only spot that she could catch it and able to draw the foul.
It's on Jocelyn Jackson. That's her second. And the free throw is up and good by Lucas. It's her first bucket of the game here in the second half, or first point of the game in the second half. Free throw a little bit short. Packers bring it back into their end of the court here. On the other side is Halverson. Back out to Jackson, back to Halverson in the corner. She's going to penetrate along the baseline, kicks it out. Oh, and McIntosh had it. She took it back down. Now Kackman here on the near wing. Kackman at the free throw line finds McIntosh down underneath, up and in for 2.
McIntosh getting it done down there in the paint.
Pressure defense again by the Packers, but the Jaguars beat it.
One, maybe a half too many there.
Yep.
Got caught right in the middle. That's why it's important to come to a jump stop there when you finish that dribble.
And giving chase on the other end here, and we got a block foul. It's going to be on Slinger, and that's, I don't think it was a shooting foul, so it'll be ball out of bounds.
And Slinger trying to get there and pick up that charge, just not able to get in position. And they are going to say she was shooting, so she'll get 2 here.
And there was 3 fouls on Jackson. I just looked up at the scoreboard there. They did change. I had 3 in my book here, but I didn't. I had to go with the scoreboard, and then they did change it to 3. So the first free throw was missed by Kackman.
They should have checked with you first, Joe.
Yeah, right. She misses 2. Come on, Chad. And driving up, and Crockett goes to the bucket, but I think McIntosh reached in, tried to block it, and got the foul.
Yeah, Crockett doing a good job of driving the basket there, getting her body in the way between her and the defender to kind of protect the ball and making it tough to get there without fouling.
Allie Crockett, 1 for 2 on the day, is 2 for 3 now.
I really like her game. I really do.
First point of the second half for her, as Josie Jensen checks in for the Jags, and along with Kennedy Engler for the Packers, as Potter goes out. Crockett's second free throw is good. So she's 3 for 4 in the day from the line. Back to an 11-point lead. McIntosh lobs it in to Engler, now kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson to the corner. Halverson brings it back. McIntosh to the paint, tries to go up, and just rolls around the front end. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Packers. Nice move there by McIntosh. Just couldn't. She had the coffee, but no roll.
Yeah, good head fake there, and able to get around the screen and get to the basket, try and finish with that left hand. Just not enough rim to have that thing fall down.
McIntosh back to Jackson. Jackson back to McIntosh. Shot up. That one's a little bit too strong. Putting it back was Engler. She's battling hard underneath, and the shot goes back up again underneath there by Kackman. She's going to go to the line as she was fouled.
Just scrapping down there for the rebound. Go to the free throw line, see if you can put them in.
Packers just hanging in there, Brian. They're not going away.
Yeah, they just keep fighting down there.
Foul was on Lucas. Kackman's first free throw is good.
It's always good when you can score with the clock stopped.
Kackman's second free throw is good. Nice touch. And Anisha Davis checks back in now for the Packers. As the Packers call off the full court pressure here, Brian, they drop back on man-to-man defense. Crockett. That's Hayden for a jumper. Short. McIntosh clears. Packers with a chance to cut into that 9-point lead now. Jackson behind the back, now spins. On the inner side, Nisha Davis lobs it down into Engler. Turnaround jumper. A little bit too strong. She got her put back. A little bit too strong again and underneath. And she might even get called for the foul.
Get called for the foul here.
Yep. She tried underneath there, but she just kept missing there as she tried to keep putting it back up and in. As we approach, we're just under 4.5, I guess. Little bump there, but no call. Jensen. Down low to Slinger for 2.
Yeah, good ball reversal, good extra pass, able to see her wide open down there in the post. Good offense there by the Jaguars.
Good ball movement for sure.
Very good.
Jackson for 3. Off the mark. Chasing it down is Engler. McIntosh bounce pass to Davis for 3. Short. Jensen on the board. Rips it away from Kackman. And again, it's an 11-point lead here for the Jags. They're going to try to make it 13 on that little layup, and it's good by Swetzig.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. You've got to be able to stop the ball. There's no help, and Swetzig able to get all the way to the basket for the easy layup.
Her first points of the game come here in the second half. 3-point shot is good for Kackman. So the 5'8" freshman coach lighting it up for the Packers on that one.
Yeah, she's got that in her arsenal for sure.
Speaking of that, there's another one shot by Swetzig. Put back and foul underneath. So that's going to send Treader to the line.
Got to be able to find somebody, box them out, put a body on them now. Leads to a foul. And Jaguars have a chance to extend their lead here.
Kackman's first personal foul. Free throw is no good on the first attempt by Treader. 5'7" sophomore at the line. Moten checks back in for the Packers. Second free throw finds the mark. So Treader gets her name in the scorebook with 1 so far today. Back to an 11-point lead as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. A little give and go, didn't work there. Now over to Kackman into the paint. Kicks it out. Halverson to Moten. There's a 3-point shot by Halverson.
Halverson knocked that one down with confidence. Like, you're going to leave me open, I'm going to go ahead and take it.
And a penetration drive and an answer right like that from Hallie Crockett.
Yeah, the Packers need to get a stop here and there. Every time they do something good, they give up a play right back.
And it's usually been a quick play.
It's been a very quick, Crockett able to just get right to the basket there.
And there she steals it. Stays in bounds on the dribble. She's going to go all the way. And she gets hammered down there by McIntosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I really like her game.
Yeah.
I mean, she just does a little bit of everything on the defensive end here. Able to get down here, draw the foul. Just active all over the floor.
5'8" junior at the line. Finds the first one.
Just really good basketball sense.
Potter back in. So in for the Packers, I believe, was Jasmine Williams, I think. And that free throw is good again by Crockett. She's 5 of 6 from the stripe, too.
Just a complete game.
Excuse me, was not Jasmine. Halverson to Moten. Looking for Potter underneath. Not there. Tipped away there and taken away by Richmond. She's going to try and go in. Goes up against Moten. No good.
Kind of lost control there. Wasn't able to get a good finish on it.
Jackson underneath gets fouled. Go against the Jaguars. 42-30. On your Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, the Jaguars lead the Packers. Foul was on Slinger. That's her third. Halverson got to look for help. She finds Jackson here on the near side. Jackson to the free throw line, picks up her dribble now. She's got to have a lot of help. She's going to get in trouble. She bounces it over to Moten. Moten into the paint. Off the glass, no good. Slinger on the board. Good defense there by Slinger.
Yeah, good job there. Just a little hard off the glass there by Moten, and a good box out to get the rebound.
Long pass into Jensen. Now to Crockett for three. It looked good. Nope.
Yeah, you got to get her there.
And a reach over the back there on Josie Jensen. That'll be her second personal.
Yeah, she knew it right away, too.
Yeah. I always hated those when I was up over the back. It's like, I knew better, but we got a timeout on the floor on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. 1:10 left in the third quarter. It's 42-30 here. The Jaguars lead the Packers. Back after this.
M&S Seed, saluting farmers from this generation to the next. We tip our hats to all the hardworking folks who are the greatest stewards of our land, working tirelessly to put food on our tables. We thank you. M&S Seed, your local Pioneer seed dealer in Wyndmere and Barney, is ready to discuss your 2022 planting needs.
The Barney Pub and Eatery is a local favorite among families looking for a fun, relaxing place to enjoy a night out. Offering nightly specials, the menu also has tasty eats, and it's hard to pick a favorite. From high-quality, locally sourced meat to appetizers, chicken, and so much more. When you're traveling along Highway 13, swing into the Barney Pub and Eatery. Follow them on Facebook to see all of their nightly specials.
Welcome back to the Blickery Activity Center. Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, Chad Affield over there running the cameras. Brian Watson doing the production. All I got to do is sit here and talk. Keep track of the score. 42-30 as we approach the 1 minute mark here of the third quarter. Halverson up on the far sideline there. She's going to bring it back to the middle. She'll hand it off to Jackson. Jackson dribbles up a little bit high there, but now we got a reach underneath, and they're going to say that goes against Richmond.
Yeah, just tried to dig in there and get the ball out of there. Got a little too much arm, and they're not going to let her get away with it.
Abby Richmond, the 5'5 senior with the foul. That's her first. Packers lean down underneath their own basket. They lob it out to Kackman. We're to Moten for three. Let's see what happens. Short.
And here they go in transition again. A long rebound.
Moten reaches on the shot attempt there by Treader. She'll go to the line, so Moten gets the foul. Go ahead.
That's a tough one there, and the long rebound like that, and you don't have anybody back, end up with 2-on-1. And just fortunate enough not to get the easy layup. Her first foul on Moten. Make him earn it from the line here.
She does. So Treader 2 for 3 from the line so far today. Addison Rust checks in for the Northern Cass Jaguars along with Elise Sand. Second free throw is good for Treader. She's 3 for 4 from the mark. 37.5 seconds, so 2.5 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Packers could run it down if they want here, trailing by 14. Gets into the paint, partially blocked there, and out to Moten. Moten into the paint, up and in, no good. And a rebound underneath by Sand.
Yeah, tough shot there going across the lane, not able to turn her shoulders all the way to face the basket, and just not able to hit the middle of the square up there.
Shot clock is turned off now for the Jaguars. Hayden Crockett To the near side free throw line, and she loses control, but it was knocked away there by the Packers, so it'll stay with the Jags with 1.1 second left.
Get your best end of game play ready here. See if you can get a shot off.
And you guys practice that all the time, don't you? That shot.
Yeah, it's part of our pregame practice day before game. We'll spend time going through into game situations, short shot clock, things like that. You never know what's gonna happen.
All right, at the end of the third quarter, the Jaguars 44, the Packers 30. We'll be right back with quarter number 4 right here on Three Borders.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941. Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your...
All right, we're back here. They came back out of the timeout quickly here. McIntosh down on low, kicks it out to Potter. Potter picks it back up, goes down underneath to Jackson, and there's a reach foul from behind. Both teams come out of that timeout there really quick, Coach, and we're back in action in a hurry. Wetzig picks up the foul.
They're ready to get going. They want to play some more basketball.
Keeps everybody on time. That's all right, though.
Gotta get used to this quarter thing.
Yeah.
So used to playing halves.
Yeah. Jackson makes the first one. That gives her 4 on the day. 5'7" junior at the line. And the second free throw finds nothing but the bottom of the net. As Hayden Crockett brings it up across the Wildcat logo, and a three-point shot from the other side by Swetzig. And the rebound bounces out of bounds, and they're going to say it stays with the Jaguars.
Just been hanging around this 12-point lead here for Northern Cavs.
Yeah. Just can't quite cut her down, can they?
Every time West Fargo makes a move, Northern Cavs comes back with something right after it.
Shot attempt way out high there by Lucas. No good.
You're going to press on a missed basket now coming after you. So you got to really be aware.
Hayden Crockett, the 5'7" freshman. A lot of hustling here. She made it through the third quarter, Coach, with 3 fouls, so you called it there. You said she's probably played with some fouls.
Yeah, I'm going to say she's been in foul trouble before, knows how to handle it.
As a coach, that's a good. It's a good feeling too that you know that one of your starters is out there and she can handle that.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to have a player understand what's going on and how she needs to play. But you know, it's tough to do. You know, especially when you're an aggressive player. You're used to playing aggressive defense. It's kind of hard to hold back sometimes.
Nice little no-look pass from Swetzig to Crockett, but Crockett couldn't finish. McIntosh on the board.
And there's one that she didn't need right
and
there.
She knew better than that, too.
Yep.
I think she just was a little frustrated on that drive to the bucket.
Yep.
So that'll be Hayden Crockett's 4th personal foul. See if Coach Lucas wants to leave her in there. Ellie Halverson at the line. She's got 6 on the day, looking for 7. She got it. The 5'5" sophomore.
They call a violation here, not allow that basket.
Did not count.
Lane violation.
We'll keep it here, guys.
On Potter there.
It was on Potter that stepped into the lane. It wasn't on the shooter then. It wasn't on Halverson.
It was the underneath official that made that call.
Okay.
He's watching the lane lines there.
All right, the Barney Pub and Eatery, we want to thank you guys out there. Again, good food. It's just a great little small-town bar and grill. Great food out there. Wyndmere Auto, Task Manufacturing, Minn Kota Ag, Paul's Electric, S&B Custom Homes, Crossroads Electric, County Line Foods and M&S Seed. Make sure if you see any of these folks, make sure you tell them hi and tell them thank you for sponsoring on Three Borders Sports Network. Without them, these broadcasts today and next week, or 2 weeks I should say, are not going to be possible. So 6:44 to go in the fourth. And there's a tip pass there by McIntosh, up and in. Jackson for 2.
Well, now here comes West Fargo with their pressure. They're going to go full front, and they get a couple turnovers here right away out of it.
Yep. So Crockett to Crockett, the zag and the zig didn't work. Oh, it does stay with the Jaguars. I'm sorry. I thought they pointed it.
The unofficial called a foul, Joe.
Oh, is that what
down
happened?
here?
Okay. All right. Thanks, Chad. I did not see that.
Must have been a hold because the ball was never touched.
Wow. So that was on the Packers, Kackman. Second personal on her, and it's going to be 1-1 for Hayden Crockett. I did not see that. Thanks, Chad.
Yep.
Crockett's first free throw is good. Her 7 on the day so far for the freshman. She got the front iron and the back iron and got that one to fall. So back to a 12-point lead. Again, the 8th grader McIntosh brings it across center line for West Fargo. Hands it off to Kackman. Now up top. Halverson back to Kackman in the corner. Jackson. McIntosh on the near wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kackman penetrates, kicks it out to Jackson for 3, and if the Packers could have got that one, that would have maybe brought some folks to life over there.
Yeah, they got what they wanted there. A little drive and kick, a wide open look. Jackson's made a few of those, just not able to hit that one.
Hayden Crockett hands it off to Haley Crockett.
West Fargo going to have to put together a couple stops.
Slinger down low, and she's fouled. I believe it'll go against. It is on Halverson.
Got to keep them off the free throw line as well.
So a 12-point lead, 5:47 to go. Packers are still in it. Here's Slinger. This is the first one. Slinger with 5 points on the day. She had a 3-point field goal in the first half as Davis and Engler check back in for the Packers. Next couple teams arriving here at the Blickery. Slinger's free throw is good. Next game coming up will be the Shanley Junior Varsity again. More girls that you're probably familiar with, Coach, against Sargent County.
Be a good game.
Jackson, guarded by Swetzig, to the left side of the paint. She'll kick it back to Davis. Penetration drive. Jackson loses it, and it's knocked out of bounds there underneath by Lucas.
Yeah, I just kind of ran into a brick wall there. Everybody dropped down to help on the baseline.
So Richmond, Jensen, and Treader all check back in for the Jags. Nice little inbounds play there, but just short was Engler. And Hallie Crockett's going to push it up ahead to Richmond. Bounce pass. Treader. Jensen. And the Jags moving the ball well here. 14 on the shot clock. Crockett drives in. She'll draw the foul. So Hallie Crockett draws the foul here, Brian, and again, a nice drive there for her, and Engler picks up her second.
Yeah, Northern Cass doing a good job of understanding time and score, working the ball around, and waiting for the right opportunity. Not going to force anything here, able to get to the basket and draw the foul. And they've been knocking down the free throws so they can extend their lead here.
Second one is in. So Jackson brings it up into the front court for the Packers and looks back to McIntosh for a long three beyond the men's three-point line. And it was short. And look at the Jaguars going all the way. Hits underneath on the bottom side of the backboard. And the Packers get the ball back.
Good job of defending in transition there by McIntosh, able to get the block.
McIntosh kicks it to Jackson. Packers. Oh, and a nice feed underneath there to Engler for 2.
A nice pass there by Jackson, finding Engler right underneath the basket.
Treader gets it up ahead to Richmond, and I think she's going to go to the line for the and one. So Abby Richmond draws the foul, gets the bucket. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, just like we said, Joe, every time West Fargo does something good, they end up giving up a quick one. That time they get the good dish to Engler underneath, but then they don't get back in transition and end up giving up an easy one, and now a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, that one just hung on the front edge, missed by Richmond. Jackson up ahead to Kackman, and there's a little block foul there on Richmond. So that'll go against Abby Richmond. That's her second personal. And both teams in the bonus now. They'll both be in the double bonus here. He throws up and no good. Packers could have used that one.
Good inside out there.
Allie Crockett, short, hit the
short.
bottom of the net. On the wrong side of the bottom of the net. Not on the inside, it was on the outside. It's again a 15-point lead here. Slinger checks back in for the Jags. Yeah, it's going to get a breather is Emma Lucas, 6-foot senior. Token pressure here by the Jaguars as Halverson brings it, or no, excuse me, that's Jackson brings it up into the front court. She'll go to the left side. Nice screen up high by Engler. Scoop underhand layup, up and in for 2 for Jackson. Nice move there by Jocelyn Jackson, 5'7" junior. Shot no good. And here come the Packers again. Kackman gets it up ahead to Jackson. 51-38 down to McIntosh. Nice little move there to get the defender up in the air. McIntosh finishes.
So McIntosh is a good little player too. 5'11", can play inside, can handle the ball.
And just like that, the Jaguars answer it with Richmond in a nice pass. And they put 2 points back on the board. We got a full timeout here on the floor on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. 3:06 remains. It's the Jaguars 53, West Fargo Junior Varsity.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Since the inception of Vaderstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seating and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
We're back at the Blickery Activity Center, Three Borders Sports Network. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Brian, tell the folks.
You can just click on that subscribe button as you're watching today's program. Also click on the bell icon, and you'll get notifications for whenever our events go live.
We would appreciate that. Thank you very much for doing that. Chad is a loyal watcher and visitor.
Yeah, I was watching the girls' game last night.
Yeah, watching Coach Watson and the Lady Huskies get their victory, a much-needed victory over at Fargo North. Here comes Crockett. She's going to beat the defender. Bounce pass to her sister. Hayden up for 2. So nice play by the Crockett girls.
That's
Hayden Crockett in double figures.
Good bounce pass there, too. A lot of times you'll see a girl try to throw that thing over the top, and it gets knocked down. And a good transition play there between the Crockett girls.
Davis over to Jackson. Down into Potter. Goes right through her hands. It'll go out of bounds. Turnover on the Packers.
They just can't string enough stops together. Every time they do something good, they end up giving something back in transition right away.
Yep.
And it's just cost them.
Hallie Crockett. She'll get the ball back. She's going to push it up, and again down low. Slinger was there, just not quite a completed pass there.
Yeah, just off the mark there.
Just off the mark. Like Mahomes to Tyreek Hill on the end zone, but Tyreek wasn't quite tall enough.
Just off the fingertips.
Big game coming up next Sunday. We got a blocking foul there. Oh, and it's going to be an illegal screen, huh?
I ask for that call all the time. I never get it.
You do. Yeah, you do. And that foul's going to go against McIntosh. That'll be her 4th. As we approach the 2-minute mark. Hallie Crockett, little jumper on the baseline. Nice touch along the baseline for Hallie Crockett. Gets another pair.
Yeah, Hallie Crockett getting it done today. Just a little bit of everything. And still going as the game closes out here with 1:40 to go.
In the 8th grader, McIntosh, doing a lot of ball handling out top.
The 5'11".
5'11"
8th grader doing a lot of ball handling.
Davis lobs it down low. Kackman up. She's fouled. I believe that foul was going to go against Hallie Crockett. Let's see what they say on the board. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Yes, it was too. Hallie Crockett for 1.
Her first foul. For as active as she is on defense to play the whole
Yeah.
game with only 1 foul, that's pretty good.
Kackman sinks the first free throw. Kackman so far today 4 for 6 from the line as we got a
wholesale line change.
Wholesale line change here for the Jags.
Went to a girls basketball game and a hockey game broke out.
We got one more boys hockey game to do. The free throw is good for Kackman.
I'm looking forward to next year getting more girls hockey in.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
15-point lead for the Jags.
Hopefully they get the heaters fixed in that arena, though.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, get the heaters fixed over there in the Stern Arena. Into the game now. Let's see if I can get some of these names back in here for the Jags. We got a foul. I see Addison Rust back in. There's another foul by Engler. That should be her 4th, I think, according to my book. It is. And going to the line here for the Jags is going to be Ellie Lucas. Free throw is good for Ellie. Let's see who else the Jags have there. They got Elise Sand checked in. Number 34 is Noelle Erickson. Got the roll on that one for Ellie. I'm missing one here. Who am I missing? I got Addison Rust, 30. Tess Gelbert in as well for the Jags. Moten, right side of the paint. Shades of her sister on that drive. There she's going to put one up. Just no good, and a rebound underneath by Ellie Lucas as we're under a minute to play. Rust brings it across center line. Bounce pass over to the other side to Erickson. Up top to Lucas. Baseline drive, and pulling that one right out of the air there, out of her hands, was Engler on the drive by Lucas. Moten kicks it out to Halverson. As the crowd starts chanting defense, up by 17.
You're going to get Sand there for the reach.
So Lee Sand picks up her first personal foul.
Is the crowd trying to stay in the game here, Joe?
Yeah, the Jags trying to keep their girls in it. As Moten is at the line, first free throw, high arcing, good backspin. Kaylee Moten with her 2nd point. $59 to 43. Moten's 2nd free throw off the back iron. And a little bump there, but no call. And the Jags keep possession as the shot clock now is turned off, and getting up into the front court is Jalbert. And it looks like they're just going to kind of hold the ball and call that into the game here. That will be it. Tess Jalbert's going to finish it off here for the Jags. Your final score here from the Blickery Activity Center, 59 to 43. The Jaguars victorious over the Packers. We're going to come right back here after these messages with our post-game show and then we'll be right back.
Looking for reliable professionals to handle your building construction needs? Contact SMB Custom Homes in Wyndmere. You can depend on them to build your dream home the way you want it. SMB Custom Homes will take care of all construction aspects, from design to delivery. Contact them to get your pre-engineered home delivered to your location. They can even attach a garage and additional rooms on site. SMB Custom Homes, 439-0045. With innovation and hard work, Task Manufacturing in Wyndmere has grown from one man's passion to a staff of 10 that can handle any type of manufacturing task. Task Manufacturing has the ability to design and create any rare metal fabrication, machining, and fixturing products your business could need. Manufacturing is their specialty. If you have a tough task, Task Manufacturing can handle it. Check them out online, taskmanufacturing.com.
When you have electrical problems, it's not only frustrating, it can also be very dangerous. So when you have problems with your heating, air conditioning, or any other electrical issue in your home or business, call Paul's Electric in Wyndmere. Paul's Electric, proud to support area high school athletics. Call 439-2216.
Game number 2 is in the books here on Three Borders Sports Network of the NDSCS Girls Bonanza Basketball Classic here at the campus of North Dakota State College of Science. Your final score, the Jaguars 59, the Packers 43. Taking a look at the scoring here. First for the visitors from West Fargo, 9 points for Jocelyn Jackson, 6 points for Ellie Halverson, 10 for Caitlin Kackman. She was the only player in double figures for West Fargo. 9 points for Ellie McIntosh, 2 for Hannah Potter, and 6 for Engler coming off the bench. There's your scoring for the West Fargo Packers. For the Jaguars, 10 points from Hayden Crockett. She had foul trouble in the first half, and then but she still ended up with 10 points. 2 points for Ellie Lucas, 2 points for Zwetzig, 2 points for Josie Jensen, 3 for Kayla Treader, 6 for Slinger, 1 point for Emma Lucas, 7 for Abby Richmond, and leading the way for the Northern Cass Jaguars in scoring unofficially with 27 points was Hallie Crockett. So Crockett's combined for 37 of the 59 points for the Northern Cass Jaguars, Coach.
Yeah, like I said, both Crockett's are good players. The older Crockett just has a complete game. And Northern Cass, a nice little squad. I think they could do some good things. They can press. They can score in transition. They've got 2 key players that can do a lot of different things and give you some flexibility as a coach. So a fun team to watch.
All right, Chad, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good game. West Fargo just, it was just the Crockett sisters and and West Fargo tried, and every time they made a play, then like Coach Watson said, on the other end they gave it up right away or something happened. Something happened on the other end.
So. Didn't it?
Yeah, it was just hard for them to cut into it. Every time they make a good play, they hit a 3 or something like that, and then Northern Cass come right back down in transition, get a bucket or a foul, and just hard to cut into that lead. And finally, they were able to just kind of stretch it out just a little bit at a time there.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up here from the Blick Reactivity Center for game number 2. We're going to have game number 3 out there on a link on our website, Brian.
Yeah, just out there on our website, also on our Facebook page. There's a link to our website that will take you to every link that we have going on today.
There you go. That's the story here for game number 2. Again, the Jaguars 59, the West Fargo Packer JV 43. We'll be wrapping it up, and we will head to game number 3 coming up in a few seconds here. For Chad Affield, Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. We'll be right back after this.